Mike, check. Justin Hunt, it's all happening. Thank you to everybody rocking with the channel. Thank you to everybody subscribing to the channel. Share the video, share the link. It's priceless. Big thank you to everyone who's donated. If you'd like to donate, hit the Cash App that's right up there, or you hit the link in the description and get all kinds of special perks like videos early, custom emojis. It's all happening. Also, I got a Discord. Big shout out to everybody in the Discord. Shout out to Javen and Lils for holding down the Discord as the Discord moderators. Javen actually created the Discord for me at a very challenging point in my life, and it was a real blessing. So I appreciate you, Javen. 1 second applause. Appreciate you too, Lils. 1 second applause. So make sure you join the Discord as well. All right. We've been waiting for this track from Cardi B for a little while now. Imaginary Players. Now, this is a song where she does a version of Jay-Z's classic Imaginary Players, right? And so this video, Cardi B's been teasing, this is the second song off her upcoming project, Am I the Drama? Outside has been on the charts. We've covered that every week during the chart report. And so it's hanging around the 50s right now, 50s or 60s. It debuted at number 10. And so this is the second release, okay? And people have a lot to say about what Cardi B is doing right now. Let's take a look at this hot new hip hop story first, and it sort of gives you the context. Check this headline. Cardi B's Jay-Z sampling single Imaginary Players makes disappointing Spotify debut. Now, we have talked about Outside, and I would probably describe it as underwhelming performance. I mean, considering this is Cardi B, this is her first album in 6 years, if not longer, if I'm not mistaken. And so for her to be back outside, Cardi B, who has 2 number ones, I think she has 3 number 1 songs, if I'm not mistaken. 3 number 1 songs, Bodak Yellow, WAP, and one other song I can't think of right now. For her to come back with Outside, and it was debuted in top 10, then moved to the 50s, I've been a bit incredulous. Now, there's a number of you in the comment section that have said that, she'll be fine by the time the album rolls out. We shall see. Again, Cardi B was one of the most exciting artists in the teens. She hasn't dropped since 2016, 2017, an album. She's been living in the single space and having a lot of success in that regard. But times change and sounds change. So here's what the Hot New Hip Hop article says about this song, since it has not performed particularly great over the weekend on Spotify. So here's what All Hip Hop has to say. On Friday, Cardi B dropped her new single, Imaginary Players. The track samples Jay-Z's 1997 classic, but unfortunately, it did not make a splash on the charts. According to All Hip Hop, it debuted at number 147 on the Spotify US chart and number 56 on Apple Music. The music video, on the other hand, has managed to rack up a whopping 2.5 million views on YouTube in the few days since its release. So it gives you an impression of how well it's performing on YouTube versus how well it's performing on Spotify, meaning people apparently really like the video or gravitated more to the video than they are to the track itself. Now, the video, I think the video is fly, right? She is on the runway, private jets. She is stunting, serving looks all day. I think it's a beautiful looking video. It doesn't look like there's any CGI. It's just her out here living, just the life that you would think one was living if they're remaking Imaginary Players, right? It's just stunts and looks, and I think it's fly. So the visual is standing out. The article continues. Imaginary Players is the 4th single from Cardi B's upcoming sophomore album, Am I the Drama? The highly anticipated project is slated for release on September 19th. During a live stream over the weekend, the FemC revealed why she chose the song as her latest single, claiming it was due to what it represents. I had to come like this. I had to come strong. And shitting on you bitches, she explained. I love this record. I don't give a F what nobody say, and I'm standing on that. Y'all can suck my D, and I know I ate that ish. 1 second applause. That's funny. All right. The song has earned mixed reactions from listeners. While many think it's a solid offering, others think it left a lot to be desired. Some even think they could have done a better job with it. Mickey Fax, shout out to Mickey Fax. He was recently on this channel. 1 second applause. Mickey Fax, for example, recently took to TikTok to claim that Cardi B should have called him for help. Cardi B should have called me to kill this beat even more. Teary-eyed emoji, laugh emoji, he said. I'm an email, DM, text away. I've helped so many people. She's yet to respond. New music isn't all Cardi B is making headlines for these days. She's also been dealing with quite a bit in her personal life amid her divorce from Offset and new relationship with Stefan Diggs. Rumors that she's pregnant even began to circulate earlier this month, which she promptly addressed during a live stream last week. "We 30 weeks pregnant? No, you stupid B," she said at the time. I'm just effing out of breath because I have asthma. Stop effing being effing funny in this B before you get mother effing blocked, B. 1 second applause. Cardi B could be an influencer now. Her influence game is tight. Okay. Now, there's, again, a lot of reactions. I would describe them as mixed reactions. And I think that there's a lot of challenges with tackling this song, which we will get to at the end of this video. I also think one of the best things about this song is the fact that this is another example of regionalism coming back. Imaginary Players from Jay-Z, New York anthem, East Coast all day. Cardi B chose to jump on that sound for her second track off this project. We've seen again with GNX, that is very regional. We've seen Metro Boomin go to the 2000s Atlanta sound, keeping it regional. We've seen again Bad Bunny, Love Letter Puerto Rico, regional. We've seen Method Man, regional. We've seen Redman, Muddy Waters 2. Same thing. So Chance the Rapper's new album is truthfully all the best things a lot of the things, if not all the things that I love about Chicago rap. 1 second applause to Chicago. My favorite US city. I mean, he has Do or Die on there. He has a lot of the sounds and energy that we liked when he was working with Kanye quite a bit on there. He pulls a sample for The Light, which is Common's classic from Chicago, on this record as well. The thematics, the things that he's talking about on there are wide ranging. He's got political commentary, social commentary that I always personally enjoy on albums. He has that on the project as well. He has a lot of religious themes. I don't want to say religious themes, but spiritual themes on that project. These are all things that I associate with Chicago. He also got Chief Baby Do It on there. Chief Baby Do It for the new era of drill rap coming out of Chicago too. So again, another regional statement that's being made right now, and Imaginary Players falls in line. Now, let's look at the good. This one is from Barty Brazilian. She says, rap evolved, but some of the audience forgot how to respect it. When Cardi delivered that real hip hop, people get confused. Truth is, a lot of y'all don't even expect authenticity from rap no more. Cardi just reminded everybody where it all started. Word up, 1 second applause, I'm with that. So these are some of the looks when I say she's stunting, she's on yachts, she's on private jets. This is what the video looks like. And so she's out here just serving looks and stunting on the video. Here's another one, Jalopy Bungus. Big shout out to Jalopy. Cardi B was really rapping, bro. The hate seems hella forced. So he rocks with it. Big shout out to Jalopy Bungus. 1 second applause. Let's check the next one. This one is from Rated Drew. Jay-Z's Imaginary Players was nothing but him flossing and rapping about his elevation. Full-on braggadocio content. Cardi B did the same in her own way, calmly stunting on her critics and ops. She paid homage to the original track as well. Job well done in my book. 1 second applause. Jay-Z cleared the sample, so Jay-Z supports the track. That's another thing that's important to note. And that's exactly what she did. I mean, she leaned into the same energy that Jay-Z had when he dropped Imaginary Players, which is a classic song all on its own. All right, there's another one. Kaylani, big shout out to Kaylani. 1 second applause. She says, I loved every bar on Imaginary Players. Pop that pop. Word up. There's Kaylani. 1 second applause. All right, I like this one too. This one's from Cookie Baby 23. No features, no twerking, no TikTok dance, no pee-popping lyrics, no green screen, no AI, just straight bars and luxury. Cardi B said, we are not the same. And here's some of the scenes from the video again. Right there, so you got her in the back of the whip. Here she is by the beach again, we saw that. I'm with it, 1 second applause. A lot of people who've been critical of songs like WAP, for example, this is a different energy, right? I mean, she's not out here crazy, half naked, pee popping, you know what I mean? It is luxury and it is a bar-driven song. It's a bar-driven song. Now, here's the less good. I would describe this as the less good here. Here's B. Miller, he went viral with this one. He said, Cardi's version of Imaginary Players is the difference between a 4.0 and a 4.6, respectively. 1 second applause. That's such a fire tweet. That is such an on-point tweet, because that's what Hov says. Hov said that. You don't even know the difference between a 4.0 and a 4.6. Okay. And so that's B-Dot's take on this. Big shout out to B-Dot. Your old Droog says, Cardi B rapped like she's reading in front of class. And that's really where the biggest critiques that I have seen, at least the most worthy critiques that I've seen around this song, is that her delivery is throwing people off. And perhaps it's a mix of her accent, that Bronx Puerto Rican accent that's very heavy. She has it all the time. Perhaps it's more pronounced when she's rapping at a slower pace than most of her music is more up-tempo. So perhaps that's what it is. I watched the video and I thought the vocals were off. I was looking at it like this, it just looked odd. It had the side-eye, squint-eyed on it. And I think that's partially because of how she was enunciating, how she was delivering her bars on this. But that's what Euro Droog said. 1 second applause to Euro Droog. All right, here's what I would describe as partially the most relevant criticism from the Joe Budden podcast. So here's what they said.
How do you feel about this Mfeezy?
Ooh, 1 to 10.
Oh
6.
shit!
I think that it's really just it's a cadence thing. I don't think that we're used to hearing her cadence like this slow. It almost sounds like it's like below, like, you know, the 1.0, like the speed, and it sounds like it's like below that
negative
a little bit. Yeah, it sounds like it's a negative. So that's, I don't know. She's speaking. She's spitting.
You know what's so crazy? When you spoke just now, right? I'm maturing in real time. I was gonna be funny and say you chose a side because Offset was up here. I was gonna do that whole little thing, but because you said, you was defending her last time, but I like that. But I want to respect you.
Listen. It's not always just a gender thing. Sometimes it's just the side that I think I'm choosing is the right side.
Yes, you are,
and it's not gender specific.
Got it.
But you know, like I always got Cardi's back, but
power to the people. We back to do
this
maintenance.
didn't exactly like move me.
Right. So there's a lot of people who just feel sort of middle of the road on this. Again, they describe this similar impact that I had looking at her delivery on this track. Again, I thought the vocals were off. I thought the video and the audio were off when I looked at it. And so that's kind of how that hit me too. A couple more here that I found interesting. This one is from Maddie. Says, Imaginary Players is a classic. I would never ruin it by listening to a Cardi B song sampling it. And that gets to my ultimate point. I mean, this song is a very, very thin slice that Cardi has to hit by putting this out now. Like, I actually like the fact that she went to a regional sound. I love that. I think that is great. And I like all the things that I saw in that one tweet where she said just bars and luxury. I think that is dope too. I think Cardi can really pull that off extremely well, reflexively, at this point in her career especially. I just think that I don't know who Cardi would be pleasing with this song. I mean, her fan base is big enough. I think they're gonna like anything that she puts out. But millennials and old Gen Zers who are familiar with this original version aren't going to be moved by this song because of what Hov already did on it, the fact that it is a Jay-Z classic, and that, God bless her, she is not a Hov-level rapper. She's just not, right? So our generation is already going to be side-eyeing this coming from Cardi B, right? And especially considering that she really stuck very close to Jay-Z's flow on this song. So the comparison is very difficult to avoid in this. And then younger Gen Zers, younger audiences, I don't think this is the sound that connects with them right now, right? And truthfully, the sound is shifting, and we're in that in-between moment where you're not seeing as many new songs hit the same way. We talk about this quite a bit on the chart report every week, where you see half of the top 10, for example, maybe 8 songs, 10 songs, 12 songs out of the top 20 being songs from last year or older, right? So older songs are hanging around longer. You've got Lose Control by Teddy Swims that's been in the top 10 for 2 years. New music isn't sticking the same. And I think people haven't found the new sound yet. So from this is my second offering from my album standpoint, she's already vulnerable to what is already happening at a macro level in the music industry from a sound standpoint, because this is just separate from what everyone else is releasing or what sounds have been proven popular recently, while the sounds are shifting at the same time. And from an older standpoint, older fan bases, millennials, Gen X, older Gen Zs, she's forcing us to compare her, whether we want to or not, to the original version of this song, which is fantastic, which is a classic on its own. So it's a very thin slice she has to hit here. And it doesn't seem like she hit it again, just judging from what's happening on Spotify at the moment. We'll see next week how it does on the Billboard Hot 100. But I want to shout out Tony the Dome here, because I think this is, his opinion on this right here is relevant, right? He says, we shouldn't be comparing Cardi B to Jay-Z anyway. The lady took a sample and did her thing for her core fans. And I think that's ultimately where this song lives, right? Her fans are going to rock with it. Her fans are her fans and they're loyal. And her approach to this is going to be fly for her audience. You know, she talks about how she's the first rap woman on the cover of Vogue. You know, she talks about how she takes grown man watches and takes the links out. You know, she talks, what's the line everybody talks about? Glory hole, you bees don't know who you effing with, right? And she's serving looks all throughout the video itself. And her core fans are going to love that, you know? So that is the conversation that's happening around this Cardi B song, Imaginary Players, her taking Jay-Z's classic and putting her own spin on it in 2025. Regional rap is back. We've been talking about this for a while. A shift is here, even if the sound for the future hasn't necessarily been found. Let me know what you guys think about this song. Are you rocking with Imaginary Players? I personally, again, I'm not mad at it. You know, I think, like I mentioned before, the delivery is different than what we're used to. But I don't feel like she was disrespectful for touching this legendary track. So let me know what you think about this in the comment section. My name is Justin Hunt. Like and subscribe to the channel. Follow @TheCompanyMan on everything, including the Company Man podcast, wherever you listen to podcasts. It's all happening.
Justin Hunt is here, it's all happening. Justin Hunt is here, it's all happening. The mathematical breakdown of this mighty game of rap we in. It's boom bapping. Systematical culture views us radical, it's all happening. Shaking hands and dapping it. Life through the lens of hip hop, from trip hop to yes, dog, you don't stop, you don't stop. Justin Hunt is here, it's all happening. It's all happening, yes, it's all happening. Justin Hunt is here, it's all happening. It's all happening, yes, it's all happening.